guys, welcome to Spittin with Spitter. It's Wednesday night, 7 p.m. I am TJ Spitter. We are here at Lehigh Vape at 822 Nazareth Boulevard. What's wrong? Nazareth Pike, 822 Nazareth Pike, Lehigh Vape. Come here for all your vaping essentials. For all your CBD essentials, go to Mom and Pop CBD Shop, 312 Town Center Boulevard. Now to introduce my guest, Phillipsburg native, father, wrestler, Sean Devlin. Oh my God, what's up, guys?
Hey, everybody. Thank you for having me.
I'm good.
Oh,
Sean,
Sean that's Barbie Sean right there.
Yeah, Barbie Sean.
Yeah, when we were little, we hung out. So because we were both Seans, he was Barbie Sean. I was Judy Sean.
Okay, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Raymond Pat, what's happening, man? So we're gonna start in the beginning. Growing up in Phillipsburg, we happened to grow up together. What was that like? What was your Phillipsburg experience like?
I loved my Phillipsburg experience.
Yes.
I mean, everywhere you live in Phillipsburg, everywhere I grew up anyway, there is kids on top of kids on top of kids. Let me say, Davis Street till about third grade, Heckman Street and the old PJs till seventh, and then Hudson Street, really, where we kind of became buddies until then. And every one of those places, just nothing but kids. You wanted to go outside and play sports. There was 10 kids waiting. You had full-on baseball games, full-on basketball games. Projects was best because you had those big backyards.
Right.
We played football back there.
I was just gonna say
daily, and we kind of went by the seasons. Baseball field, they put in a baseball field, basketball court. So it was like, as a kid, you don't know one thing from the other, so you don't realize like all we had is this ball, or all we had was something, bat and a glove. So just I had a blast. Mom was cool as long as like. She knew where I was. I was kind of allowed to roam around a little bit and stay out of trouble.
That was the dope thing about growing up in the time that we did. Like, as long as our parents knew where we were at,
call every once in a while, check in.
That's it.
Yeah, I was super like anti-cell phone at like 17, 18 when everybody started getting a phone because I was like, no, I like my system now. Like I kind of go float around, do my own thing, check in with mom when I want to. I don't need her, call me every 3 seconds. But I checked in and keep her happy. But no, growing up P-Burg was the best, man. Like I said, just nonstop playing. Remember people knocking at your door?
Yes.
People don't knock on my door no more. No. I miss that. Somebody knocks on my door, I'm always like, why somebody here?
Yeah.
Like you get nobody does that anymore.
Used to get excited, and now it's like, why are you here?
Yeah.
What are you doing at my house?
Yeah, it used to be knock on the doors like somebody's here to play. Let's go outside and play. But yeah, man, wake up, run till nighttime. Stop in for a sandwich and a bowl of cereal.
That's it. Stop in for a quick meal and go right back to it.
See you later.
Debbie and Bowden chimes in. Hey guys, P-Bird Pride, love you.
I miss Debbie. I miss you. I don't see Debbie.
I miss Deb. In my life. No, we need more Deb in our life.
All right, how about it?
And that was, there were staples of moms that just raised all of us, and she was definitely one of them.
Yeah, I think I had a few of them. Like when we lived in the projects, I would say it was Nate Fry's mom. Remember Nate Fry?
Yes.
Call her Aunt Sandy. We would hang out there all the time, nonstop. And then we moved up Hutchins Street. For me, it was probably TJ's mom.
Right.
TJ's mom. They used to have this like cupboard, like we always kind of had like just lunch meat and cereal at my house, or like leftover pizza or whatever. TJ had this magical cupboard that was like just cans of Mountain Dew, butterscotch crimpets. I remember. There's Homer. Homer knows he used to hang out at TJ's all the time.
I was just gonna say, Kerr, his house used to be. Everybody used to be there too.
Yeah, hang out at Kerr house. Yeah, I like TJ's house because I always had food. I remember I used to drop my jaw. TJ's mom would go out to dinner or something, leave him a 20 on the table, be like, "Oh, go up Western Autos."
Yes.
Get him like, what are you gonna get with $20, bud? Like, you're feeding me tonight.
You can get
everything,
the entire store at Western Auto for $20.
I walk in with $1. Give me the French fries. That's all I got enough money for. Jay
Cleaver, I see you. Oh my goodness, the comments are just coming in. Sean, you're special.
Right? Look at these, all my buddies. Jay Cleaver over here. We got some Niners questions. Let's talk Niners. Homer over there.
I remember being 16 telling John Todd to have my mom home by midnight. They're still together. Cleaver, I love you, your mom, and John Todd. Miss you all, and my door is always open. Raymond Pat said Mountain Dew is his drink of choice.
That's not good for you, Ray. You gotta drink some water. Agua.
Kitty said Buskies.
Well, you call what you want.
You call it what you want.
Yeah, Glenmore Variety.
I was just gonna say, remember when we switched to Glenmore Variety? It was devastated.
Like a small period of time, the Osbornes owned it.
Yeah.
A little minute there. But yeah, we were always there. Big Bert lived upstairs, man. We were down there all the time. And they used to make these pancakes there too. I remember they used to do mean, I think that was maybe under the Osbornes, but you couldn't eat it. It was like stacks, pancakes like this fat.
Mm-hmm. My best memory of Buskies was learning how to shoot pool and then becoming good.
I never got good.
Never got good.
Bad pool. Real bad pool.
That was this. I'll tell you what. Devlin equals legend. Zach, yes.
I'm on my way.
He's getting there. He is good. The pool, yes, the pool room. That was the spot.
My pool memory was we were down there and there was 2 pool tables. I think one of them was broken. And so while we were waiting our turn, a couple of us were sitting on one pool table, and Tom came down,
right,
and bugged. Like my man started, like Tom got a temper on him. Like he's usually a real nice guy, but he started bugging, and we just ran out the door. He was freaking out because we were sitting on the pool table.
I remember a couple times he lost his shit down there.
Mm-hmm. You didn't stick around.
Brad Schwartz chiming in. He said it's about time. Brad has been trying to get you. Brad may be your biggest advocate.
I love Brad. He texts me all the time.
Me too. I love Brad.
We don't see each other enough anymore. Me and Brad. I miss Brad. We used to get together every wrestling pay-per-view, watch SummerSlam, WrestleMania at his house. We don't do that anymore. We need to do that again, Brad. But he's still about once every 2-3 months, I'll get a text. Yo, I was watching your match. It was really good. I love you, bro. You know I support you, bro. Yeah, same, man.
Yeah, I get messages from Brad all the time about the show and what I'm doing, and it's just amazing. I love Brad. Brad, love you.
Yeah, Zach, I don't like to think about that. I remember that clothesline got me.
Remember the time?
I almost did a backflip. Somebody smacked me in the head. Freddie what? Smacked me in the back of the head and ran, and I started chasing him, and he ducked the clothesline, and I didn't. And I was angry, so I was running full speed, which isn't very fast for me. Clothesline got me right here.
Those houses and those yards in Phillipsburg destroyed me. That's why I have bad knees to this day.
Yeah. Jump
the fence. I ran through, it was mischief night. We were probably like 14, 15. And of course, here come the cops. And me being the slowest, everybody's taking off running.
Yep.
Everybody hops the fence. I plow through that bitch.
I ain't jumping it. Is it? The fence is going down or I'm going down, one or the other.
That's it. So Phillipsburg then leads to what happens after, let's say what happens after you graduate high school. What does that look like for you?
So I graduated high school. I was real close. I had an Army recruiter at my house probably 2-3 times till he came with the papers. And still, like, I don't think I got that in me. I give all the credit in the world to those guys and go do that thing. And I don't think that's in me. Maybe it could have been had I showed up and went. But at that time, I think Megan and I were dating like a couple months. And it was just like, I was like, no, I got this new girlfriend. I really love her and blah, blah, blah. And I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying here. And I mean, fast forward, we just had our 20-year anniversary in October. So I think I made the right choice on that account. But I went to community college for a semester. I still didn't know what I wanted to do. Went away to college for like 3 semesters after that and basically just wasted all my time. Like I had no why. I had no reason to be there. Like there was no goal other than just enjoy not being home and not having mom and dad tell me what to do. So then I came back home. Dad was like, yeah, I'm not paying for that anymore. Like I'm dropping classes. It just wasn't going well. And then I came home and the only thing like I knew I wanted to do like was wrestle. So at that point I like got a job waiting tables. And the only person who knew I started wrestling school was Megan. I didn't tell my mom, didn't tell my dad because he would have yelled at me. And so I started waiting tables to save up wrestling school. I think cost me $2,000. So at that point in my life, it was the most money I'd ever saved or spent on anything. But like mentally, I knew that was like a terrible life plan. Like you can like, and then now fast forward, I'm 38 and I have busted my tail to be really good at that. And like the odds of me like succeeding on a high level are real slim at this point. So it's like, I kind of knew that then, like I could, work as hard as I could and it's a game of chance. So I promised myself at that point, I said, all right, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go back to college and I'm going to succeed. And so that's how like college for me went really well at that point, just because like I had goals. I set my goal on going there and not wasting my time and doing my work and doing what I need to do. We were talking a little earlier, got straight A's for the first time in my life. I remember getting mad that I got a C, right? Before I'd be like, all right, I got a C. I got to C. The only, at that point, from then on, it was the only C I ever got. I was fired up about it. But yeah, so just Warren County, I got my associate's degree. I seen Todd Sigafus hop in there.
Yeah.
Then
Shout outs to Todd. What's up, Todd?
transferred to Centenary. Todd Sagafus, Centenary alum.
Todd,
Yeah.
Todd said, I don't know who he's addressing this to. You weren't jumping the Walters fence to get the tennis ball back. That's for damn sure.
That must be you.
I don't jump fences.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
I fall or smash through fences, and I fall off trestles.
Okay. I've jumped off a trestle or two in my day. And I've definitely jumped a fence and jumped in Walters Park, but I don't remember a tennis ball being involved.
Yeah, that's definitely probably for me.
Dan wants to know why my shirt's still on.
Dan, I want to know why too. We're gonna keep his shirt on
It's
tonight.
gonna stay on, Dan. Yeah, I don't know. So now at this point, I finished wrestling school. I'm wrestling. College is going great. All the things are good. And then a fellow wrestler of mine, friend, rest in peace. His name's Larry Sweeney. Larry Sweeney was telling me about. He's like, yeah, I substitute teach. Like, substitute teacher is the greatest job for indie wrestlers because as a substitute teacher, you don't have to take off work if you don't want to go to work. Like
Right.
if I'm traveling wrestling and I need off on Monday, I just don't accept work. Nobody gets mad at me. Nobody, nothing. So I'm like, all right, I can try this. And first time I stepped into elementary school, I was hooked. I'm like, dude, this is for me. Like me and the kids get along. They responded really well to me. And it was just like outside of wrestling, I finally had a career I wanted. I wanted to do it. So then back in school, I went to DeSales, and DeSales had a master's program that would certify me to teach. So we kind of went that route, and who'd have thought? Now I'm sitting here with associate's degree, bachelor's degree, master's degree, and this is my 8th year full-time teaching. So it was a roundabout way, but I got there.
And where do you teach?
Phillipsburg Elementary School, right where I grew up. So
Nice.
back what we knew as the middle school is now the elementary school. And it's going really well. Definitely had like if I walk into high school subbing, or even when at Andover, the wonderful lady who hired me was Dr. Kehoe.
Oh man.
But as Mrs. Kehoe, she was my Spanish teacher, and I didn't really have any interest in Spanish as a junior in high school. So when she saw me in the school, she was kind of like,
What are you doing?
yeah. I heard rumors. She went around and asked everybody, what are you doing here? Why is he here? But then she saw, like that, like if I have a gift in life, it's what I do. It's teaching kids. Like it comes really easy to me. The kids and I get along really naturally. And I think once she saw that,
Right.
Eventually she's the same lady who hired me. So won her over.
And so what I'm sorry, I'm laughing in my head about all the teachers that I've had wonderful experiences with.
Post high school.
Post high school. Alan Amy is in the building. Alan, can we get Sean here on Around the Turnbuckle?
Shoot, this brought up turmoil already. Somebody asked him that the thing. He's like, I messaged Sean. He didn't get back to me. I went and looked. It took me a month, but I did get back to you. It said August. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous about this whole my wrestling world and my teacher world all mixing together. So I only kind of trusted that in the hands of TJ here. But now that we've kind of opened that door, Alan, we can set that up.
Jackie said our son thought you were the coolest teacher and wrestler.
That's because I am the coolest teacher. I don't know if I'm the coolest wrestler, but I am the coolest teacher.
I have old memory pictures of you having my entire family in headlocks.
I remember that.
Great time. I think we were at the Shren Center.
Yep, we packed that place, both gyms.
Yeah.
We put like 1,200 people in there.
Amazing
On a couple occasions. I like when everybody bring their kids. Dougie Hall used to bring his kids sometimes. Gerb brought his kids sometimes. Like it's neat. Once or twice, I had kids come up that were students, and at that time I was wrestling in masks, so they would come up and I had no idea it was me. And I always thought that was funny.
That's awesome. Alan said you can separate the two. Sean, are you available March 27th?
I got to check my calendar. I'll get back to you. I'll send you a message in a much faster time than a month.
I'm on him, Al. It's a Saturday night at 6 p.m.
No, I think I'm actually wrestling that day. Come on, man. We're wrestlers. We work on a weekend. You got weekdays, Monday through Thursday. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, but I'm pretty sure that date's filled up.
So what does success look like for you today?
Like in my mind, I'm living it. Like I kind of have no faith in making a career out of wrestling at this point. So and I love teaching. So for a lot of wrestlers, if they don't make it, right, like maybe the job they go back to is not the greatest. Like I'm not in that situation. So Sure, would I prefer to be making a living just wrestling full time or just in the world of wrestling? Yeah, that'd be great. Like just traveling for a living. But success right now is just literally being the best teacher that I can be. 2018 Teacher of the Year.
2018 Teacher of the Year.
Teacher of the Year.
That's huge.
Throw that in there. But yeah, that's it. And just being the best dad I can be, watching my kids grow. Like kind of my mindset, even when I made up the mind to wrestle, which was like a kind of a nerve-wracking thing for me, was just like when I'm older or, you know, even on my deathbed, I don't want to look back at nothing and say I should have did something different.
Right.
Like sure, there'll be things, but like I looked back and said, would I be mad at myself for not becoming a pro wrestler? Yeah, I would have. So I went and did it, and I'm happy I did it. And now that kind of transfers over into being a dad. Like I don't want to look back and say I should have spent more time. I should have did this. I should have did this. Got him in this. Got him involved in this. Hi, Joey Eastman. Yo, you love Joey Eastman. Joey's one of my wrestling buddies.
Okay.
Funniest human being I ever met in my life. He's at my manager now. He's my Bobby Heenan.
Nice.
He's the best.
Nice, Joey. What's up, Joey Eastman?
Yeah, just I don't know. Spend as much time as I can with my kids, and be productive during that time. Go do things, not just sit around. Like got my kids involved. My daughter's a competitive gymnast. She's 7. She's a freak of nature. She's so strong.
I see the videos,
dude. She's unreal. I love it. And my little man starts lacrosse in a couple weeks, so I'm excited to just go watch him. He does like little ninja classes now here and there, like Ninja Warrior. They do jumps and rolls or whatever.
Right.
All he does all day long is he walks in. Dad, you want to wrestle? You want to wrestle, Dad? Who you gonna be? You gonna be Vader, Dad? You want to be Vader? I'm gonna be Hakushi. So he only knows wrestlers from the 90s because we don't watch much wrestling on TV. But so he only knows the ones that I pick. So Razor Ramon, Vader. He loves Sting because Sting has a bat. But yeah, success to me. Just wrestle as long as I guess I want to at this point. Like
right.
I'm getting older. But be the best dad I can and make sure I'm a good teacher. Make sure, you know, I'm not shortchanging my kids in class.
That's it. Now let's rewind a year or so and explain to me what, before we hopped on live, we had this conversation about the email that you got and where you were going. So the day before COVID hit.
So last January, at that point, I'd been wrestling almost 15 years, and I finally got my call to go try out at WWE, which is the call a lot of wrestlers don't ever get. Like, to me, that was awesome just to get that. I'm like, oh, man, like, check that box off the bucket list. So from January to March is the only thing on my mind. I couldn't get it off my mind to go there March 12th or 13th. I forget the exact date. It was a Wednesday. But workouts increased, diet increased, just everything just, all right, I got to be ready to go. We get there. I think I landed maybe around 1 or 2. We had physicals, which there's like 50 people. You show up, there's like 50 of us. There's like 25 wrestlers. There's like the other 25 people are like Olympians, D1 college athletes, like all these, you know, young, jacked up, great looking people. So we go get our physicals and then we go back to the hotel rooms. I'm sitting in my hotel room with my roommate that I got assigned to, and we're hanging out. We're kind of getting along really well. We're practicing our promos with each other. If you don't know what a promo is, that's where wrestlers get up and talk. Hulk Hogan used to be like, "Let me tell you something, brother." That's a wrestling promo. So we're "Let me tell you something, brother," in each other. And then all of a sudden we're like, we got Sports Center on in the background, and it's like NCAA cancel, NBA cancel, NHL cancel. So we all kind of know where we were at that moment when everything like got real COVID serious. And then my phone starts blowing up. I have some buddies who wrestle at WWE, and they're like, hey, like, they're not setting up this building for you guys to come here tomorrow. So I'm like, oh, that kind of stinks, but they didn't tell us not to come, so we're coming. Next morning we get up and get our fancy suits on, and we walk in the door, and they basically sit us down, and they're like, 48 hours ago, this was a great idea. Right. Like today, it's not. Like for them at this point, they're realizing all their SmackDowns and Raws can't be in big stadiums next week. Right. 4 weeks after that's WrestleMania. That's hundreds of thousands of people in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium, whatever it's called. Like they're realizing all of that is going to happen in the building that I'm sitting in currently listening to this. So they're basically like, we're going to get you a flight home as fast as we can, which was like 3 hours later. And they shipped us home. I was telling TJ, I did the math on it. It was like 5,000 some odd days, like almost 15 years worth of wrestling I've been doing at that point. So that the odds of, you know, me walking in the building and everything, the whole world getting shut down was like 5,000 something to 1. And I'm like, yeah, just my luck. But like I said, man, still, I don't lose sleep over it. Like it sucked, but still lucky as could be. Job I love, 2 great kids, great wife. Like I came home to still great life. But I've been keeping in great shape. If they ever call me back, I'm ready. If you're listening, Triple H, if you're watching Spittin with Spitter.
If Triple H is watching Spittin with Spitter, he's ready.
He's ready. I'm ready.
The only question I had for you tonight is what is it like jumping ship? Being in Phillipsburg your whole life to coming over to the other side of the bridge, and have you caught any flack?
No, and I try to. Like I think this tends to being like a Niners fan, and I go to a lot of Niners away games.
Okay.
Or like even loving wrestling and understanding like what a bad guy is.
Right.
Like I Facebooked this the other day where I was like, when I was in P-Burg, I mean, you never really saw me rocking like here's my P-Burg hoodie. Like I didn't play sports at P-Burg. I played freshman year of baseball. That was it.
Right.
So I wasn't one of these like, you know, P-Burg head to toe guys. I love P-Burg. Don't get me wrong. I love teaching there. I love growing up there. I'm not changing any of it. But now that I'm over in Easton, like I feel like I got this job to let people know. Like I got,
you're from Phillipsburg?
Yeah. So like I take my garbage out, got my P-Burg hoodie on. I'm going to the gym. I got my P-Burg mask on. I bought from Todd Sigafus boys basketball team. Like for some reason now I just always got the urge to grab it and just, you know, my neighbor across the street, he coaches Easton basketball. I just let him know. Nobody says the only shirt people ever comment on is my Nicolosi shirt.
Oh, okay.
Like I wear my Nicolosi shirt around there like, oh, I like Nicolosis. Yeah, because your pizza over here stinks. It's no good. Dude, we've been on a mission to find some just good, like, they got some good Sicilian we found or brick oven, whatever, but like just pizza, like triangle shaped pizza, stinks. It's all terrible. It's garbage.
Nothing good over here.
No.
Is Nicolosi's the best pizza spot in the area?
Like just straight up pizza? Yeah. I don't even think it's close.
I don't think it's close.
Because I've talked to people from work who never even lived in P-Burg, and they'll grab pizza on the way home. Like if they live in Easton, Nazareth, Bethlehem, Allentown, they'll get pizza, they'll stop and grab pizza and then go home if they're having pizza night. Wow. I think so. And Nunzio's Pizza Kitchen, but that's a whole nother story.
There is no good pizza here. Agreed. No, there's really not. Jackie and I have tried a bunch of different spots, and I haven't found a good slice.
And we've been here for a year and a half, and we keep trying every different place.
Right.
Because people like try this one. We just tried Antonio's the other day.
Okay.
Like, it's all okay. Like it's pizza. Pizza's all good, but nothing's got me calling back.
No. Yeah. And all pizza is not good pizza.
No.
There have been some train wreck shops we've been to that is just stink.
Yep. Definitely. And like I said, we grew up eating Nicolosi's though, so our standards are up here.
Kevin said, "Sup, TJ and Sean, how are you both? I'm great. Absolutely wonderful.
Fantastic. Happy and healthy, man.
How do you balance teaching, being a father, wrestling, being a husband, all the hats that you wear?"
Caffeine and little sleep. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult, and patience. My wife is the greatest. I don't know if she's watching right now. I didn't see that popped in. Tuyan said he had Rocco's the other day, and he regretted it after the first bite. That's funny. Hating on Rocco's.
That is disappointing because Rocco's was delicious.
Yeah.
Alpha Sub Shop has the best meatball parmesan.
Now you're getting us off topic, Ray.
Right. You drink Mountain Dew and eat meatball parms.
That's what he does. But yeah, now I gotta go back to Megan. Megan's a saint. She's the greatest.
Oh man.
I hit the jackpot time and time again with her dating me in the first place, and then just being smart enough to hang on for dear life, because without her none of this is possible. Like without her I probably never saw college all the way through. Without her, like I don't know how many wives would tolerate husband being gone all weekend to go chase his dream and put in that work. When we just had Riley, like it was pretty cool with like I would go to work and hit up the gym after work, because that's a whole nother, like I gym 4, 5, 6 days a week, so that's an hour and a half
every time,
all those days. So she was real cool with letting me do that. But then when Sawyer came and it was 2 kids, my parents out there got 2 kids, that's a whole different ball game. Like she would even go to Target and I'm pulling my hair out with the 2 of them, like especially when they're little, like trying to entertain one, and so the other one's a baby. Like so at that point, encouragement to Mr. Todd Sigafus over there started showing up to Gold's Gym 5 a.m. That was a whole different ball game. So a lot of it is just start my day earlier, up before 4:30, there at 5, done at 6, whatever. Then I get to work. So then I have my day after work to go home and be dad and help out and do what I need to do. And then like just understanding that like I am gone on weekends a lot. So like when I am home, like we need to make the most out of that time. Like rare. Like I said, Tuyen just took us all out to dinner the other day, which was fantastic. Tuyen's the best. But other than that, like I'm not a guy who just like I'm gonna go out to a bar, go sit here, go do that. Nah, like it's wrestling, it's gym, and it's family life. It's work. That's it. There's not really too much in between other
Not
than
a lot
that.
of extra time.
No.
Yeah.
And even like people talk about these TV shows or this, that, and the other thing is like by the time I put my head down, like I put a TV show on and lights out.
Yeah.
Like, I can't watch none if I wanted to.
I find myself re-watching a lot of episodes of shows because I fall asleep.
Yep.
Like me and Jackie were sitting on the couch the other night, and I was on the couch for 4 minutes, and then that's all it took. I was asleep. It was over.
Yeah, but again, like if we're watching something, a lot of times it's time with the kids. So like I'm all caught up on all my Disney classics on Disney Plus.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, what do we got right now? Riley's into this show called Secrets of Sulphur Springs. If we're watching that, it's some Disney mystery something. But that's it, just to hang out. We bought the world's greatest couch, bro. I love this couch. When we bought the new house, that's the one thing we like spent extra money for. And I'm like, this couch is gonna keep our family together.
Right.
And snuggling up under blankets and watching movies and movie nights forever. And year and a half, dude, it's still my favorite thing in the world. It fits everybody. Everybody can sprawl out. We got the ottoman. I didn't even know what an ottoman was, but we got the ottoman in the middle. You kick your feet up.
Nice.
Dude, it's my
Ottomans
favorite
are clutch.
thing. Dude, I go, first they're like, it's $500 for the ottoman. I'm like, we don't need an ottoman. And then
Until you get an
when
ottoman.
I sat there like this, when now you couldn't put your feet up, I'm like, all right, we're gonna live the life here. We're gonna get the ottoman. It's the best. Look at Booper Fred hopping in there.
Boop, what's up, Boop? Long time. Boop, all is well, player. Man, all the Phillipsburgians are chiming in, and I love it because that's how tight knit we were growing up. Everybody knew everybody.
Everybody knew everybody.
And it was just one big family, basically.
Yeah, I was growing up in Peterborough. It was the best. There were kids on top of kids on top of kids, and I wouldn't change none of it. You never bored.
No. What continues to motivate you today?
Like, I think a lot of it is just the example, like, that I'm setting for my kids right now. Like, I see it, and I, like, with Riley especially, I see it all happening.
Right.
Like, she don't think nothing about, I'm going to go to, she's at gymnastics right now.
Right.
Go to gymnastics for 2 hours. Right? She's having fun. She met some of her best friends there, but, like, she's learning if I want something, I got to go work for it. It's not just going to come to me. Right? Like, if I want to be the best little gymnast there can be, and I need to show up at practice every day with a smile on my face and listen to the coach. And when her coaches come to us and they're like, hey, she's a workhorse. Like, when we look over, some of the kids are goofing around. She's a goofy kid. Like, I stressed her big time. Like, don't be afraid to be weird. Don't be afraid to stand out. When she's there, like, she knows the difference between this is my time to have fun and this is business time. So, like, I'm actually seeing it happen, and it's really cool. The other man, the little guy's a wild man, so we'll see. We'll see. But even, like, if I'm, like, during COVID now, like, I kind of built up, like, a good amount of dumbbells and stuff at home. Like, if I'm doing a workout at home, they'll come down, Dad, can I do it? They love doing pull-ups.
Yeah.
I got the pull-up bar up. Dad, can I do pull-ups? Can I do pull-ups? And it's like, they're seeing all of that. So, like, as a kid, to me, the thought of going to a weight room was laughable.
Right.
I remember doing Fit for Life in gym. I had first period Fit for Life, and I'll go in there, I'll get the yoga mat, and I'd roll it up, and I'd put it on the bench, and I'll just take a nap. Block scheduling, senior year, 80-minute nap.
Nice.
Yeah. That was what I thought of the gym as a kid. But, like, my kids, that's all going to come very natural for them. And then, like, again, just really the example their mom sets for them as far as work ethic when it comes to work ethic when it comes to your family. Like, they got the greatest example in the world. And I've even learned from her. I mean, her dad. I got an older sister I look up to a lot, and they're all just workhorses. Right. So my kids, hopefully, it's just instilled in them because that's what they see.
Yeah. And same with my kids. Like, they watch me and my wife and how hard we work, and like on the flip side of that, I wish I had at my son's age, if I was that age, I wish I had his work ethic.
Yeah.
Because he's working out every day, on the court every day, busting his butt to just be the best basketball player he could be.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have any of that.
Yeah. So I was lucky. I like, for me, it really started with wrestling. Like, wrestling was the first thing that taught me to set a goal, how to work towards it. And if I keep at it, like, I'll achieve that goal. Like, I'll get better at whatever it is I want to, but you actually got to work at it. And it's so, to me,
that's handed to you.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like, you could be the most talented person as far as God-given ability to do whatever you're doing. But if you don't apply work to that, you're going to be stagnant.
100%. But yeah, so, like, wrestling gave me that work ethic, and said somewhere it carried over into academics, it carried over into work, it carried over into family life. So I don't know, very, very thankful that I figured it out at about 22. I wish I had it at like 11 or 12, but I figured it out at about 22.
It took me to like, yeah, I don't know if I still have
He's
it.
But it's also work hard, play hard too. Like I love going places, traveling with the kids, family. Like Megan is always like, "Can we just sit down and relax?" And I'm like, "Come on, let's like no,
Relax.
yeah, let's go." COVID drives me nuts because I'm not a sit still person.
Right.
Like I constantly like I feel like a bad dad sometimes. She's like, "Babe, we haven't taken the kids anywhere." And I'm like, "Oh yeah,
Because we can't.
we can't. There's nowhere to go, especially in wintertime. Like it's cold. There's nowhere to go."
Yeah. 5 feet of snow out there.
Yeah, but before that, you know, we went all the time. Let's go to the park. Let's go for a walk. Let's do this. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't sit still too well.
Yeah, I'm the same. So
Dan English compliment your jumper.
Yeah, that's about all I had. Was I still have the jump shot, but that's few and far between.
Yeah, me beat. I couldn't make a layup.
Paul Liptak says a very good professional wrestler.
Darn right, Paul Liptak. Another Niners fan. Niners fans jumping in tonight.
Yeah, a lot of the Niners fan. How do you feel being a Niners fan? You probably catch the same flack I do.
Yeah.
To be where we're at. I'm a Raiders fan. You're a Niners fan.
Yeah. People ask, how are you a Niners fan? Like, he's not jumped in here, but Dan knows he is. My dude, Ed McGuckins, from wrestling guy I know, from New York City, good friend of mine. All New York, everything. Man,
right.
Always rags on me for just picking random teams. I'm like, he's like saying I don't know what his all beef is with it. I'm like, dude, all you did was like, look outside your window and go, I like those teams, I guess. Like, I actually formulated my own opinion, like teams for a solid reason. Everybody's like, oh, you're a bandwagon jumper. Yeah, like 7, I jumped on a Niners bandwagon, but believe me, I paid for it.
Wow.
From 1995 until now, it ain't been pretty. We've either been 4-12 or have had our hearts ripped out of our chest and stomped on the last play of the season. I'm going back to the NFC Championship game against the Giants with the Kyle Williams fumble. I'm going with the Ravens Super Bowl where we had the ball on the goal line. None of it was easy. We never got blown out, and it was just like, all right, I guess we lost. It was all heart-wrenching ending plays.
How did you become a Niners fan?
Jerry Rice.
Right. So for me, it was Bo Jackson.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Got somebody, right? For me, it was Jerry. And it probably was. The first game I ever probably watched was like just one of those late 80s Super Bowls. Or,
yeah.
Like, all right, I like that team. But
Montana to Joe.
Just rode on. And then, like, yeah, Niners, Yankees, Sixers. So I'm all over the place.
I like the Sixers.
Yeah, AI.
I can respect it.
See, that's the only team I ever switched. As a real young kid, we all were Hornets fans.
Oh, my God.
Every one of us.
Yes. Muggsy Bogues, Larry Johnson.
Muggsy Bogues, Larry Johnson, right? But then Larry Johnson went to the Knicks, and I hated the Knicks.
Right.
So I was like, oh, man. You know, Hornets, everybody was gone at that point. Like, once they traded Kobe for Vlade, everybody was like, you guys, we're not staying here. And then AI got drafted. So Sixers.
So it wouldn't be a normal spin with Spitter if I didn't ask you what's in your playlist.
Yeah, my playlist is all over the place. Well, I have 2 different ones.
Okay.
I got one that I call cooking playlist, which is more like soothing, a little bit slower.
Okay.
And then I got my gym playlist. So these are 2 different ones. My playlist almost always on. Like I'm in the house, as long as Megan's not working, because she works from home now. Playlist is on. Even when I walk into my classroom in the morning, get my laptop out, get my day ready, playlist is on. And that's almost anything. It's a lot of classic rock, a lot of classic rock, Leonard Skinner, Led Zeppelin, Tom Petty. There's a little bit of rap music in that one. The gym ones are basically all hip hop.
Okay.
And some like heavy metal, some System of a Down, those kinds of things. Dude, I'm all over the place. My cooking one's got a little bit of Disney stuff in there. It's right, dude. I'm a dad. We get into me and my daughter love this song. It's great. It's called the cover is nice, but the cover is not the book. It's from the new Mary Poppins movie. But dude, just it's kind of almost hip hoppy. It's like these English people hip hop in this place. It's good. That's good. What else is in there? I got a little bit of country. I love songs with like stories in them.
Absolutely.
Like if you can tell me a story all the way through.
Right.
So I don't like a whole lot of country music, but there's probably like 10 songs that I love. Earl Had to Die, Tim McGraw's Don't Take the Girl. There's this song right now. It's called Could You Build Me a Daddy? Dude, you will cry. I think you asked me for some country songs.
Yes, I did. You and Todd Sigafoo said me up cry with 10 country songs, and I have not listened to one of them yet.
Let's see. I got what's Brad's favorite song? Brad, you still there? What's that Wyclef song you like?
Brad, are you still in the building?
Commented. I got that over there. Damn, It Feels Good to Be a Gangster. I love that
Joel
song.
Santana.
Yeah, that one's in both of my playlists because that's a crossover one. makes it to both playlists. The gym one's mostly like I love DMX at the gym.
Mhm.
Like
As you should.
As I should.
Right.
Like in the 90s, I was like an alternative kid. Like I liked like Third Eye Blind and Matchbox 20. And I always felt like I missed out on like the great rap when it was great.
Right.
Now I love it. Like in the gym, like it's NWA, it's Biggie, it's DMX, it's Onyx. What else in there? There's some Little Wayne song that Marcus introduced me to. That's like the only probably within the last 20 years rap song.
Right.
I'm going in, that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dude, that one gets you going.
Going. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going in. I'm going. Yeah, that one. Yes, dude, I'm all over the place music wise. Grace Vanderwall, you know Grace Vanderwall? She won America's Got Talent. This little blonde head girl plays the ukulele.
Really?
Just chick rocks though. She's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been singing this song lately. If the world was ending, you'd come over, right?
Okay.
You know that one?
No.
Nope. That's
See, I'm such a crotchety old man with my music.
Yeah, just nothing.
What I like, well, some stuff is new. What I like is what I like though,
Yeah.
and then I overdose on said playlist until I kill it and then make a new one.
Yeah. See, I just keep adding to the same ones. So there's no new ones, and I just keep them on cycle.
So before we get out of here, I just want to say, because I bring people on to give them their flowers. You're an amazing father.
I appreciate you.
And an amazing teacher. And I know you're like the only teacher my son ever liked. So, I mean, before we go, do you have any questions for me?
I got a few. I read them on my phone. I'm gonna try to remember them off the top of my head.
Oh shit.
First one, how great is the perfume scent? If we're giving flowers, dude. As a teacher, I see firsthand how important that place is to the kids in my class right now. And Kelly Post is great. You need to have Kelly Post on the show and just talk about, because the youth center was great for us, but we made it great.
Right.
Like,
right.
I'm like a bad mouth.
Shout out to Ruth.
But it was just, it was a building and it had a basketball court and we were allowed in there.
And ping pong tables.
But now it's like they're tutoring, they're working now, different activities, different people coming in and running things like this club, that club. My kids are nonstop talking about the youth center.
The youth center saved so many of us growing up.
And even I think even more now.
Yeah.
Like
that's amazing.
I think so. So I just wanted to, I know me and you were both youth center kids.
Absolutely.
So that was my first question. Favorite memory of the youth center?
Favorite memory of the youth
first
center?
one that pops in your brain.
Man.
It has a recipe. It's not like
jeez, you stumped me. I have so many great memories of the youth center.
Wintertime, we lived there.
Getting together Saturday mornings for basketball runs, as horrible as they were, it was just the best time of our lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember how awesome it was? Like, I remember playing PAL basketball. We never won no championships or anything, but we were always like, we'd win more than we would lose.
Mm-hmm.
But like going in there, especially during playoff games and bleachers, packed with kids from school, going nuts.
Yes.
Going nuts. I remember my first year on, what's the oldest level? Midgets?
Yeah.
It was like me, Tone, Rob, Mike Snow, Rob Loring, Josh Dahl. Like, I remember getting all hyped up for this playoff game we had. I'm pretty sure we lost, but we all had painted Hornets symbols on our hands and like letters on. Oh, dude, that place was wild. I was like, you get Powell versus First Town, so you know everybody there. Powell versus Still Hill. Right, so we got dog. Dude, this is my greatest memory ever playing basketball. As great as legend of that is Harry Mora. I had to cover Harry Mora, and my only skill, I wrestled before I played basketball.
Right.
So I played basketball like a wrestler, which meant I led my team in steals and jump balls, and that was it. Like I couldn't pass, I couldn't dribble, I couldn't shoot. I could play some defense.
Right.
So Harry's coming up the court, picked him clean as could be. Fast break all by myself. Dong! I slammed that ball off the backboard so hard it wasn't even anywhere close to going, and I was so excited I stole the ball from Harry. That's my use. Probably packed house.
Yeah.
Here's me. Oh yeah, look at me. Nope.
Nothing. Todd Sigler said all day Saturday at the FYC. No, there was nothing better. There was nothing better, man. I absolutely love it. I miss those games that we had at the youth center.
What else? Oh, here's my other question. How's the gym life going for you? I know you were
good.
On. Good.
Every morning. Well, not every morning, but a lot. My trainer is like a little pit bull.
Yeah, good.
And he just attacks me.
Uh-huh.
You know, I started this journey out at like 344 pounds. I'm rapidly approaching like the 280 mark.
Good for you.
Yeah.
good for you. I always tell people all the time, like, you gotta stick with it. Like, just
You know-
keep doing it. You'll constantly feel better. You'll always be like, I'm in the best shape of my life because you're constantly getting in better shape. You always feel good.
My knees have hurt for years, and like there's still aches and pains.
Yeah.
But it's less.
Yeah, well, they're
You know?
like, yo, there's 50 pounds I ain't carrying around all day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's less, and mentally, the mental aspect of the gym, I didn't realize what it would do for me.
Yeah, it's probably my confidence because of the gym is insane. Like, because I know, like, if I can go there and accomplish what I accomplished there, like, I ain't worried about much else.
No.
Like, that's the hardest part of my day. I got through that. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, insane confidence you get from going there, and just like you have a bad day, you go there, you have a good day, or at least an okay. It takes it to an okay day. Like, that's my stress reliever. That's my little break from home. But yeah, I don't know. I was curious about that.
Mm-hmm.
Other thing, just because I noticed we talk P-Berg here. You know, Pentley Holmes.
Yes.
You gotta have Pentley on the show, dude.
Pentley is an amazing musician.
So talented.
So talented.
And he's just a great
Pentley,
dude.
if you're out there,
Yeah.
we need you on Spittin with Spitter.
I know Brad always pushed for me to be on the show, and here I am. So I want to get Pentley on the show.
Absolutely.
Just because I want to hear what he has to say. But we just, for Valentine's Day, I took Megan. He was playing at some winery. We went and saw him. But I wanted to bring that up too. That was my question. Why ain't Pentley on the show?
Yeah. It seems that I'm booked up until May.
Oh, okay. Well, and I know he's itching for COVID to end too, because I was enjoying, like, with wrestling, we drive hours sometimes, drive to Chicago, drive to Alabama, drive to Florida, drive all over the place just to wrestle. So I was enjoying, like, watching Pentley travel. He got in his little van and he went just traveling, or whatever his car was. I don't know what he was traveling in. I just assumed it was a van. But just watching him travel the country, man, that's cool. Like, my man's out chasing it, living a dream. Like, that's cool. I'd like to just hear his story.
Absolutely, Pentley. We're gonna have you on. Great show, gentlemen. Thank you, Mickey Blue. Now, I don't think there's anything else.
No,
I don't think there's anything else. You're a very good wrestler. Great father.
yeah, that's the one that means the most. Like, teacher's important. Wrestling's last, because I do that kind of selfishly for just I love to do it.
Right.
But
Now, do you remember the phrase? My son was in, I believe, 2nd or 3rd grade. The phrase I told you, and I seen you quoted it not too long ago. And I said that I'm not in the business of raising good kids.
wait. Hold on, let me see if I can finish this. I do remember this. I'm not in the business of raising good kids. It was good.
I'm in the business of raising successful adults.
There you go. I do like that. You gotta write it down or text it to me.
Something.
Yeah, because I've used it.
Yeah.
I've used it. I'm gonna use that on my daughter too next time she's getting grumpy.
Next time she's getting grumpy,
Turn a
listen.
little temper tantrum.
You heard it here first. Sean Devlin will be on Around the Turnbuckle next. He's about to be a guest. I can't wait to hear him. I can't wait to hear Professor Keithan Allen grill this guy about his wrestling career. This has been Spittin with Spitter. If you haven't yet, go to 2M1L Media. Like, subscribe, share. For all your vaping needs, go to Lehigh Vape at 822 Nazareth Pike. And for all your CBD needs, go to Mom and Pop CBD Shop. This has been Spittin with Spitter and Sean Devlin. We're out of here. Have a great night.